It's day 2 of CPAC in Washington, D.C., and one of today's speakers was American businessman Donald Trump. One America's D.C. contributor, David Brody, sat down with Trump in an exclusive interview. Take a listen.
I have to tell you, you're here at CPAC again, and this crowd loves when you hit the stage. Why do you think they are excited about speeches that you give specifically?
Well, I think they understand, David, exactly what I'm all about. I don't want to see the country ripped off by China, by Mexico, by everybody we do business with. I know what I'm doing. I've become, a very successful person. I've done deals all my life. I've made great deals, among the best. And I think they understand that, and they're tired of seeing what's happening to this country. We're like a punching bag for everybody to take advantage of. And they know if I was in the right position, that wouldn't happen.
We've talked a lot about economic matters before between you and I. ISIS now, though. This is now a whole different ballgame. Yeah, look, a President Trump, if you will, and I put that in quotes, what would a President Trump do with ISIS over there?
First of all, nobody would be tougher than me. I would end it quickly. It would be over. And they would be calling and they would be saying, hey, what do we do? This is not what we counted on. What they're getting away with now is incredible with the beheadings. We're like living in medieval times. So it would be over with quickly, and nobody would be tougher than me. I would find our best, our smartest, our toughest general. Somewhere in the line, there's a MacArthur, there's a Patton. Somewhere we have them. It's like, what are we doing now with all of this where we broadcast where we're going, when we're attacking, what time of the day? You might as well put it on television, which is basically what they're doing. So nobody would be tougher than Trump, and I would clear up the problem quickly.
I get the sense that this is more than just boots on the ground. This is total annihilation. Whatever you need to do needs to be done.
We would do what you have to do. It can't go on like this.
The presidency of the United States, you've thought about it before, you've seriously thought about it before. Can you tell folks out there that this time could potentially be different, that you think that you may actually take the plunge this time?
Well, I looked at it last time. I looked at it very seriously. Unfortunately, Mitt did not do the job. I thought he would be able to. Everyone thought, we all were counting on him, and he was unable to do the job. It was an election that should have been won. It was very disappointing. I wouldn't want to see that happen again. That I can tell you. We're at a very important point in the country. Our country is in very, very serious trouble. And I will tell you that I have never been more serious about anything in my life.
What about some of the moves you're making there in Iowa? You picked up some folks there in Iowa and other places. I mean, this is showing to people.
I have great people. I have a great team. It's been written about, and a lot of people are saying, well, wait a minute, with Corey and with Chuck and with all of these people, all of a sudden, I mean, they're the best. And I have a great team, and I look forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be making an announcement one way or the other in the not-too-distant future, and I think people will be very, very surprised.
I am curious about things like Common Core and immigration, like a Jeb Bush and some others, they support a Common Core. I know comprehensive immigration is different. Do you think a candidate can get through a Republican primary supporting things like Common Core and immigration?
I don't. Jeb Bush supports Common Core. The last thing we need is another Bush anyway, but with the support of Common Core and being very weak on immigration, I don't see how he can possibly win. I don't care how much money he raises.
China, I know that's been, that whole situation's been a thorn in your side for a long time. What would a President Trump do in that situation?
Well, I've been talking about China for 5 years. I know China better than anybody. They have space in my buildings. I have the largest bank in the world from China in my building. I'm shocked that they stay there, to be honest with you. If they don't, somebody else will. But I've been talking about, nobody knows China more than me. I've done deals against China, made a tremendous amount of money, made a fortune. I'm sure that'll be reviewed if I do something. I want them to review it. China can be handled. China is rebuilding itself off the United States. If you look at their roads, their bridges, their airports, and we're like a third world country. Our infrastructure is crumbling. China is taking our jobs, and we have nobody that knows what's going on, and we have all the cards, believe me.